When I was growing up, my mother had a gift closet. As a child, it was a mystical, if forbidden zone that left much to my imagination. Like the wardrobe in the Chronicles of Narnia, it was bursting with mystery and possibility. It also had a lock, which only heightened the anticipation around birthdays and Christmas. One December, when I was about 6, I went upstairs to fetch something from my room before dinner, and that's when I saw it. The door of the wonder-provoking gift closet was slightly ajar. Now, I knew that most of my Christmas gifts were being handcrafted by elves in Santa's workshop, but I also knew that every year my parents gave us at least a few presents to supplement Santa's largesse. And so at the top of the stairs, I was struck with an early and profound moral dilemma. Peek or wait? Well, obviously I peeked. And what I saw was thrilling. In an unwrapped box was something I'd always wanted, an electric football game. Do you remember those? These were hugely popular in the 70s. You'd put all these miniature plastic football players on a green metal field. You'd turn the thing on, and the field would start vibrating, which made the players run around. Sort of. It actually never made much sense because you couldn't really control the players. They all just kind of ran amok or fell over. But that's not important. What matters is that I had glimpsed the promised land, and it was indeed a land flowing with the childhood version of milk and honey. Of course, by the time dinner was served, my parents had already figured out that I had peaked. 6-year-olds aren't generally known for their poker faces. But at one level, it didn't really change anything because I still had to wait. Patience is another thing 6-year-olds aren't generally known for. But on Christmas morning, even though I already knew what I was getting, it was still amazing because the wait was over and I got exactly what I had hoped for. Now, we all know the Christmas story. Every year we hear the poetic words from St. Luke's Gospel. We revel in the familiar phrases of this night. No room at the inn, shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night, a host of angels proclaiming peace on earth. We welcome the familiar characters, Mary and Joseph, shepherds and angels, the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes. We sing the familiar carols, All come, all ye faithful, joy to the world, and the rest. We know what we're getting at Christmas, but it doesn't make it any less thrilling. Because what we're receiving at Christmas is not some present under the tree that we've been longing for. What we're receiving at Christmas is Jesus. That's the gift we know we're getting. And even amid all that is familiar about the Christmas story, it is still astounding to remember what God has done in sending his only Son into the world to live and walk among us. Because this gift, which we have both already received and yearly receive again in the form of the Christ child, is hope. God enters the world in human form and offers hope and healing to a broken world. And the miracle of Christmas, the gift of Jesus, is that God is no longer a remote or distant deity, but a God who has entered into the very messiness of the human condition. Remember, God's Son didn't come into the world in theory or in general or as an academic exercise. Jesus was born in a stable in Bethlehem because God wanted to be part of your life, in order to walk alongside you in times of joy and in times of sorrow, when things are going well and when things are a total mess. Jesus was born as a sign that God's love and grace is meant specifically for you and for me. And so, however you have shown up tonight, excited, fearful, tired, hopeful, doubting, under duress, missing people who aren't sitting with you this year because of distance or death or division. However you have shown up tonight, know that Jesus has shown up for you. And that Jesus has shown up for you because he loves you with unabashed and reckless abandon. Not because of anything you've done, or because you decorated your tree so perfectly this year, or because you held your tongue when one of your relatives said something vaguely passive-aggressive at dinner. But Jesus loves you simply for who you are. That is the good news proclaimed by the Christmas angels, the good news received by the shepherds, the good news shared this night at Bethesda-by-the-Sea and all over the world. So may you experience the joy and wonder of this night. May you receive the expected but still astonishing gift of the Christ child. And may you receive this gift with open arms and open hearts. And finally, may you all have a very Merry Christmas.